Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you are okay on that side of the screen, enjoying whatever you are doing. And today we are going to take a quick look at a different concept, a different approach to smart home devices, and it's called SwitchBot.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
And let me start by saying that I haven't tested yet, but for what I've read, it is compatible with Home Assistant. So this is huge and brings a lot of possibilities besides Google Assistant, Siri, and whatever we want to use in terms of automation. But Home Assistant is my favorite, and as you guys know, we have done a lot of videos, and if these work just fine as I expect them to do, but I will have to test them later on, then we will have a world of possibilities with these. Now, as I said on the intro, it is a different concept, at least in my opinion, especially because instead of just getting that usual smart home where we have a smart plug and we will turn on a device that it's already ready to work and so on and so forth. At this moment, we have, at least in my opinion, two categories, which we will go into that. But this one right over here, which is called the bot, will mimic a actual physical press. And this is just great because I'm not aware that there are a lot of solutions like this. Actually, this is the first one that I meet in terms of getting a physical, real touch mimic of a finger, for example. And on their website they gave an example of a coffee machine, of a old stereo, I think it's a clock, but I don't use either of those. I did test it out on my washing machine, and the result is that it works just great. Now, if you ask me, hey Robert, but why would you want to use on a washing machine which probably it has a timer and so on and so forth? Yeah, actually it's probably not the best example, because I wanted to test it out if it works, and it turns on the washing machine and then the other button will put it to start work. The thing that captures my attention is that I can do a lot with that, and at this moment probably I'm not remember of anything, but you right over there are looking for something that will actually needs a press of a button, and this is the solution. It's just very elegant. Now, actually, on those examples, and unfortunately I don't have a old stereo, but on those examples the stereo was the one that I do believe that as I don't know, the best scenario possible, because it's something that we value, it's something that we don't want to throw away, but probably we want to integrate on our smart home, and this will make a lot of difference. It comes with a battery and it will last roughly for 2 years, at least on sheet. I would say that this will depend on the usage that we will give. If we do 1000 clicks per day, then the battery will last less than 500 clicks per day, which I do believe that is probably a huge number, but 2 years is what they calculate. Now let's move on to my second favorite one, which is this one. This is my first favorite, and I'll explain in just a few moments why. Now, this is a temperature and humidity measure that we can see right over here on the screen, the temperature and the humidity as well, but it will show us on the app as well. And that is what makes things start to get interesting, because we can use that temperature to start a device such air conditioning, which is just great. So basically this will just read the information, but it's very elegant, and the battery inside will last for 1 year or so, at least on paper sheet. And of course I will need a lot more time to give you guys feedback in terms of durability of the batteries. Now let's move on to my favorite one, which is the mini hub, and this one has two different kinds of usage. The first one is it's able to control any infrared device, such an AC or a TV or a stereo or something like that. Anything that works with infrared remote controls, it will be able to detect automatically, which has done on my devices, which is just great. But there was one older TV that I did had to manually learn the turn on, turn off, and change channel and so on and so forth. But it was very quick. The process is very easy, so really great. Now it also has a second role besides being able to do that, which is to aggregate all these devices. And one of the things that I would like to explain right now is that once we get one of these, the bot for example, it will connect to our phone via Bluetooth, and we can use it such as that, and all of them will connect via Bluetooth, which is great. By the way, it's really easy to integrate, really fast. The app will find them automatically, so it's just really awesome. Nonetheless, one of the things that I do believe that it's of great value is not only Bluetooth, but to be able to have it on a network and on the cloud, so that I control them over Wi-Fi, or even when I'm not at home. And in that particular case, we will need the hub. Actually, I'm not sure if we need it, because if it's fully integrated with Home Assistant, probably we can have, I don't know, if we already have a Bluetooth device that can capture them and integrate on Home Assistant, I don't know if we are going to need this one. But I would suggest nonetheless, because besides having that capability, it also controls the AC and things like that. So really nice. Once I do connect this one to my network, one of the things that I was impressed is that I don't need to waste time searching for the devices that I already have installed. It will go by its own, searching for them and integrate them on the network, and in a few minutes I've got everything on a cloud. And besides being able to control them via Bluetooth, I can also control them via cloud outside of my network. So this one right over here is my favorite, just because besides having a great experience in terms of controlling ACs and infrared devices, it also aggregates them on the cloud. Now, one of the things that I would like to mention, when you check out the links down below with prices, we have checked here on the channel, and I want to make a little bit more tests. I want probably to get a few more units such as this one to integrate with units such as this on different rooms, on different scenarios, so that we can see how they work. But really happy to see at this moment the integration that I have with the air conditions with a different brand here on the office and also on my home. I've got Daikin, I've got Air, which is a lower brand, but it captures them great, and it works great with a really nice interface in terms of menu on the app. So expect to have a few more videos on these, because this set is my favorite thing. Now, in terms of the app itself, just a few images right over there, but it's really easy to use, very intuitive, and very easy to create automatizations. So for example, if I want to use the temperature unit to tell me, hey, it's 25 degrees, I want to turn on the air conditioner to cold, so that it gets the room colder, and so on and so forth. Or if it gets to 20, I want to turn it to hot, so it gets the room hotter. It will create this kind of scene. It also can create a scene where we can schedule just the time. I want to start something working at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and shut it down by 5 o'clock, or basically to do a manual scene, which is also possible. But I do prefer things to be automated, which are a lot more fun, and we can save a few bucks here and there. And guys, basically this is it. If you ask me, Robert, this is for who? I would say that two kinds of people, because there are two kinds of technologies right over here, although probably it's all just one technology. But as a consumer, the way that I see is that we have these right over here, the bot, and there are a few more interesting products on their website, so just feel free to check them down below. But these right over here will mimic older devices to press that physical touch of a button, and this is just awesome. And it has a target audience that, in my opinion, of course, is a bit different from these right over here. We can use this one just to know the temperature and humidity of a room, but the best value I do believe is that integrated with a hub, we can then control our AC, and this is a thing that I use a lot. So I'm not even mentioning the TV that it's on the same room of the AC that can be used along with another device and another, but just the AC is totally worth it. And I do believe that these are for a different audience, which is my target more than these right over here. Although I do value that these are great, this will capture more my geek side. And basically this is it. Hopefully this video was helpful in some way, and if it was, don't forget the usual and very appreciated thumbs up right over there. My name is Roberto Jorge, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.